To welcome you all to our meeting today. Forest Redevelopment Housing Authority Board of Commissioners meetings are held on the third Thursday of each month at 5 p.m. That's what we usually do. All meetings are conducted at PRHA's main office, 3116 South Street, Forest, Virginia, 23707, unless otherwise noted. All members of the public are welcome to attend. And right before I do
You can do that now.
Okay. Right before I do the roll call, for the record, I would like to announce that Governor Northam's Amendment 28 to House Bill 29 adopted at the Virginia General Assembly 2020 reconvened veto session, allowing board members to meet virtually during emergency declarations. The amendment provides that the public body may meet by electronic communication without a quorum of the public body or any member of the governing board physically assembled at one location. When the governor has declared a state of emergency and the declared emergency makes it impractical or unsafe for the public body to assemble in a single location, and the purpose of the meeting is to discuss and transact business statutorily required or necessarily to continue operations of the public body. An emergency declaration was issued March 17, 2020 under Governor Northam's Executive 53 due to the coronavirus COVID-19. As part of the order, temporary restrictions were placed on restaurants, non-essential business, and all public and private in-person gatherings of 10 or more individuals were prohibited. Forest Redevelopment Housing Authority Board of Commissioners, June 18, 2020, virtual special meeting will be using Microsoft Teams to facilitate the meeting. With that being said, I turn it over to you, Madam Secretary. Roll call.
Okay, Commissioner Barham, Commissioner Jiggets,
Present.
Commissioner Prince, Commissioner Roberts, Commissioner Wicks.
Present.
Okay, Vice Chair Lalonde
Yes, here.
and Chair Smith.
Present.
We do have a quorum.
Awesome. Commissioners, before you have the approval of the commissioner minutes, meeting minutes from May 21st, 2020 and June 8th, 2020 special called meeting minutes. Is there any unreadiness?
I make a motion that we approve the minutes from May 21st, regular meeting, and June 8th, the special call meeting.
Chair has received the motion. Need of a second.
A second.
Motion properly second. Madam Secretary.
All right, Commissioner Jiggets,
Yes.
Commissioner Wicks,
Yes.
Vice Chair Lalonde,
Yes.
and Chair Smith.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. The next item we have is old business. What do we have, Mr. Blaine? We have anything?
I have nothing.
Nothing for old business. All right. New business. Resolution 2020-18. Resolution authorizing execution of purchase agreement and one or more deeds bargain and sale with Marcus Anderson or its signs for the development of certain properties located at 930 Nelson Street.
Philip.
Commissioners, just for the record, I want to put out there that I know this person personally, so I'm going to recuse myself due to their appearance. Well, we need other board members because we need. Well, we still get Karen. Can we still? We can still. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can we still vote, Karen? Move forward.
Mm-hmm. We have a quorum.
We got a quorum?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
I'm not sure if you're reading the most recent intent to meet in closed meeting. It was more than just Nelson Street. It was the Holiday Inn site and Victory Crossing.
Hold on.
Mr. Bland, correct? We're going to discuss those, correct?
It was just the Holiday Inn and the Greenwood site. But this particular one, Philip, I think Philip was not going to discuss this one in closed session. Philip, where are you?
I can. It's at the pleasure of the board. I can discuss it now.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Okay, point of privilege, please.
Go ahead, Commissioner.
That was said about Chairman Smith feeling he should recuse himself and Attorney James. What was your response? I need you all to speak louder, please.
since we still have a quorum, we can proceed.
Even if he recuses himself on this particular vote?
Yeah, that will be his vote to preclude himself.
But then you won't have a quorum for the vote. Is that not correct?
No, you still have the quorum, but he just won't be voting on it because it's a conflict of interest.
Right, but how can you carry the motion if we don't have at that point, have a quorum for the vote? I just need clarification for Robert's rules on it.
Well, it's my understanding we have the quorum, but the fact that he's recusing himself, wouldn't we still have the quorum? So I don't understand why we couldn't go forward. It's just a conflict of interest in his case.
Okay, I guess I see it differently because once he says he's not going to vote on the motion because of appearance of conflict of interest, I don't see how we can carry a motion without having a majority. But that's my concern. That's the concern I have.
The same way if I vote no.
You do have a quorum, 4 people, just one is a stand. Yeah. Go ahead.
Continue to proceed.
Yes, I'm
Okay.
sorry. So just for the record, can you just restate the properties that we're going to be discussing in closed session?
I thought he said he was doing it in open session for Nelson Street.
Hold up, let me see. Nelson Street is intended for closed session. Nelson Street is intended for closed session, I believe. Am I right?
He just added.
Okay. All right, got it. I'll reread it for you.
Actually, we're not going to close session.
Oh, we're not going to close session?
Philip is going to discuss.
Oh, he's
this
just
in
going to
open
discuss
session.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
Are we discussing? Okay. All right, I got it. Karen, we got it straight now. We got it. For the closed session, we're going to speak about the Holiday Inn site and Victory Crossing, what you said. I got it right here when we go into close.
Okay, just those two then for close.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. Thank you.
So this is just right here. He's just talking about Nelson Street, which he can't publicly talk about it.
That's correct.
Got it. You got the
That's my
floor.
pleasure.
Yes, ma'am. You got the floor, Philip.
Thank you, Commissioners. Resolution 2020-18 is asking for authority and permission to enter into a purchase agreement to sell property at 930 Nelson Street. This is property that was acquired previously with funds from the CDBG program. This is a vacant buildable lot. The interested purchaser, Marcus Anderson, is interested in developing and has developed on vacant lots acquired from the Portsmouth Redevelopment and Housing Authority. The assessment, excuse me, not the assessment, but the appraisal and the purchase price are the same, and we would ask that you would approve the agreement to go, give us approval to go into a purchase agreement with Mr. Anderson for this property.
Clarification.
Which Commissioner Wicks, Commissioner Jiggers, you about to say something?
Yes, clarification, because it was CDBG funds that we use, we basically will just be repaying the CDBG funds that we use, correct? Repaying HUD, is that correct?
Correct. The proceeds from this particular sale will go back into the CDBG program with the city.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Commissioner Jiggers. Commissioner Wicks?
Is it ready for motion?
Ma'am?
A motion to approve the agreement for resolution 2020-18.
Chair has received the motion. Needed a second.
Second.
Motion properly second. Madam Secretary?
Okay, Commissioner Jiggets,
Yes.
Commissioner Wicks,
Yes.
Vice Chair Lalonde,
Yes.
and Chair Smith.
Abstain.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, the next item we have is reports, May significant reports. Mr. Bland.
Okay, Commissioner, in your package is the May activities. Any questions on the significant activity report that you received in your package for May?
Got anything, Bruce?
No, nothing at all. Thank
Okay,
you.
cool. All right, the Executive Director, you got any comments, Mr. Bland?
Commissioner, we're still teleworking from home, and we will have, we're gonna have all of our, this office as well as the manager's office, maintenance shops. We have a professional company come in next week to go ahead and sanitize all of those particular locations. And then we'll be looking at trying to go to alternate time when people were coming in to work. Presently, the maintenance staff is coming in to take care of emergency work orders. We're still leasing up vacant units when they become available. And I will say that the management, they have did an excellent job of leasing up the vacant units in a timely manner. We'll get ready to also start bringing people in to issue some vouchers because we still want to make sure that we're providing main core of service, which is providing affordable housing to our residents, as well as providing them with housing choice vouchers. I guess you all know we really don't know how long this situation gonna go on with the pandemic, but I feel that the Portsmouth Housing Authority, we have did an excellent job of making sure that we're still providing a baseline service to our residents and our public housing program, our tax credit program, as well as our housing choice voucher program. Any questions?
I have none.
All right. There being none. All right. Commissioner, you got any comments, anything like that, bro?
Yeah, I've got just a couple five here. We had that, and not that I want to relook at what happened with the credit cards here before, but I just get some assurance at the next meeting that whatever policies or procedures we put in place for travel, for credit cards, whatever procedures we have for travel reimbursements, whatever procedures we have for petty cash, just some sort of, just some sort of head nod. What we said we were going to do, we're doing.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to report from a financial standpoint, met with the CFO yesterday, day before yesterday. Reports are on track. We've got some issues with the private partnership reports that she's got to iron out. Audit, she's got a couple questions from HUD on for the reports that we send to HUD, but it appears that we've turned the corner on the bow wave that we had in with their financial report. So I'm pleased with that, and just another kudo to the financial staff and you, Mr. Bland, for the support that you've been given to the financial staff. When we just talked about the approval of the CDBG money, we've had some unusual monies come back to us. The FEMA money that came to us, the property that we sold at Frederick. I think it's about time for us, maybe two things. What are we going to do with that money, or what's your plans to do with that money? So strategically, we're in tune with you of where we're going forward. And secondly, this issue about CDBG, that we got to pay the city back, and what relationships we have with the city with CDBG money. I'm recommending that maybe we bring Jeff Crimer into one of our meetings and get him to give us a brief on our relationship between CDBG, the city, and what PRHA does, and how we can work a little bit closer with him on CDBG money.
Okay.
And lastly, I know I made the call, the ask about 6-8 months ago. Since our cash situation and our financial situation is looking strong, I hope that you're looking to see if there's any way we can give some pay raise to the employees this year. We'd really appreciate that.
Okay,
I'd really appreciate some comment about that, whether we're going to be able to do it or not. It'd be good for the morale of the organization.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
And they've done fantastic work during the COVID-19. They haven't missed a beat, and I think it's worth something.
Yeah.
That's all I have. Thanks.
Anything else, Commissioner? That's it. All I gotta say, staff, is keep up the great work. Board members too. All right, public speakers. PRHA allows up to 5 minutes to speak. You got anybody on the line? Going once, going twice? No, okay, going. All right. All right. Resolution 2020-19, resolution intent to meet in a closed meeting. Whereas the Virginia Freedom Nation Act provides that the Board of Commissioners can meet in a closed meeting for discussion or consideration of disposition of publicly held real property, where discussion in an open meeting would adversely, hold on, yeah, I gotta read this first, we're going live. Excuse me, y'all, I'm sorry. And consideration of disposition of publicly held real property, where discussion in an open meeting would adversely affect the bargaining position or negotiating strategy of the public body as set forth in section 2.2-3711A3 of the Code of Virginia as amended. The matter for discussion is the disposition of real properties located at the Holiday Inn site, Victory Crossing, and Nelson Street. Now therefore be resolved that in compliance with the Virginia Freedom Nation Act, the above referenced section of the Code of Virginia. The Board of Commissioners shall reconvene in closed meeting on June 18th, 2020 for the discussion of disposition of real property pursuant to Virginia Code Section 2.2-3711A3. All righty, Chairs need a motion to go into closed session.
I make a motion. Closed session.
Second.
Motion, it is, we have received a motion in a second, Madam Secretary.
All right, Commissioner Jiggets,
Yes.
Commissioner Roberts,
Yes.
Commissioner Wicks,
Yes.
Vice Chair Lalonde,
Yes.
and Chair Smith.
Yes.
Thank you. And just remember, you have to log out of this one and